Next up, we have Roger from the UK with uh, really such an awesome God story. I'm looking forward to what you have to share with us, Roger.
Yeah, thank you guys. Can you see that?
Yep.
Great. Yeah, just bring you greetings from Europe and I bring you greetings from Oslo and together for Berlin and Stuttgart and Hamburg and Nuremberg, where city movements are established, and about 15 other German cities. I bring you greetings from the Netherlands, where over 20 cities are now developing city movements. Switzerland is has a couple and is beginning to move forward. And then across the UK, we have about 150 cities and towns where unity is coming together to transform places. Um, there are three essentials to this: relational unity, city focused, and prayerful. Without the relationships, you're not going to get anywhere. Without the focus on the city, you're not going to have the mission. And without the prayer, you won't do anything at all. So, the vision is around place transformation. That's the spiritual transformation of the place. Please God, more people come to faith and know Jesus. More churches are planted. It's also around the social transformation of the place, of course, the city, that particularly the poorest and those who are most vulnerable are served and loved. But it's also about the cultural transformation, which is really what makes a city, is how it thinks and feels. And if we don't pay attention to the cultural transformation, the spiritual and the social transformation will not last. Unity movements, we call them unity movements, city gospel movements, whatever you want to say, the widest possible network of Christian networks across the city. It's a big table to meet around, friends together, have our part to play. Everybody welcome. And we're just part of a bigger kingdom work. Together to reach the city, this is some of the potential of this, isn't it? We can share best practice, we can identify gaps, we can build relationships, we can pray for each other, we can eliminate duplication. You don't need three food banks on the same street on the same night. Strategic church planting, strategic evangelism, and so on. I take you to York, have been praying together every Wednesday for 27 years. And they're now working on a project to, over the next 10 years, to severely reduce poverty in the city. I could take you to Transform Teesside up in the northeast of England, where not a strong church, a weak church, very, very poor area, but they came together as 80 churches, worked with the Palau organization, a great organization, had a big festival, and they had 50 Alpha concurrent courses in the autumn after that festival. I could take you to Lincolnshire, and where the churches are working together as one unit. And when what's happening within our country is that the civic authorities, the councils, the health people are now waking up to the incredible network that the church is. And the health service is paying £1 million to deliver an out of hours crisis support centres across the whole of the borough, giving it to the churches. We now have connections with 10 metro mayors of London, of England, who are also asking to connect with the churches. So this is where I think the social priorities of the city, going through the network and then serving the needs of the city. I could take you to my own city in Greater Manchester. This is our mayor who loves the churches, and we're now mapping the work of the churches right across the whole city and then seeking then to engage them in the future of that city. This movement, as you know, is a significant paradigm change in ministry. It is not the same as it was. It is the current paradigm for most of the Western context, anyway, is all about my church, my ministry, my denomination. And the goal is, simply to grow healthy disciple-making churches. That's good. Social care and evangelism ministries and national organizations serve individual churches. But there's some real weaknesses with that paradigm because it makes the church the end goal and not the transformation of the world. It locks in the people of God to be servants of the church and not servants to the city. And it has little understanding or theological teaching on Bible in regard to that of place and city, where it's absolutely riven through the Bible. It removes Jesus' call also to unity. So what we're thinking about really is enabling this to happen this paradigm change. This is the big change. And this has to happen in cities and towns, but it also has to happen nationally. And we're working to kind of change the very culture in which ministry is done, moving
Amen.
from moving
Amen.
moving from silos and logos and egos towards a more kingdom focused
Amen.
presentation. So I came under time, Jakob. That's pretty good.